Okay, I guess I'm live. Okay. Alrighties. Let's see if anybody shows up. I am. Excuse me, I have to sneeze. Excuse me. Let's see. Oh boy. I literally just got home from running a bunch of errands. So let's see what happens. Let's just see what happens. See if anybody shows up. Got a little bit of cold. Hope. Looks like I've got a viewer. Hello, hello. Excuse me. Well, hello. Would anybody like to join me today? Oh, let's see. Okay. Oh, hello. Hello, BC Brown. Excuse me. Hi, BC. How's it going? I finally got home literally about 3 minutes ago. So that's why I'm a little late getting this started. Excuse me. How's it going, Stephanie? Boy, I had to drive all over creation this morning, running a whole bunch of errands. And, but I got everything done. Well, most everything I wanted done. I'm actually using some older glasses because one of the lenses popped out of my newer ones. But I think I like these better. Excuse me. Please. How's everybody else this morning? Been pretty good. I guess I've already been pretty productive. It's still morning here. A little while longer. Here in Florida, it's almost 11:30. Yeah, I'm getting a little sick, and I swear, about once a month I get sick. It's about like I've been doing this since November. So it sounds worse than it is. Although yesterday I had zero energy, zero. Actually, I was saying to my husband, I have -10 uh, in terms of my energy level. My son was actually sick for a little bit, but he seems to be a lot better. I excuse me, decided to use these just to make sure that everybody could hear me okay. That's good that you get paid anyway, Stephanie. Yeah, not bad. I have to remember to water my plants, my Christmas cactus, my humongous Christmas cactus that's busting out of its pot is doing the Audrey 2 thing. It's getting so big that it's busting out of its pot. Oh, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. I've done that before too. Just kind of um, having a bit of an outline, or at least some, excuse me, at least some bullet points. And then what I've done before is I've used blog posts as a way of as a way of um, uh, I guess repurposing that. And I've made YouTube videos from that. I did that a good few times. I did a video about using um, what's it called, the hero's journey as an outlining device. I did that last fall, as well as some other things. Excuse me. Pardon me. I'll probably be doing some work on my outline. I don't think that's anybody, but I'm sorry. Oh, okay, it's done. Yeah. Different content. Oh, excuse me. Yeah. Yeah. I do the same thing actually. Um, I I have a tendency to ramble myself, I guess. So yeah, that is a good idea to have at least some different content. instead of using that as maybe using it as a excuse me, pardon me, as a springboard for the video. But anyway, I would like to probably do some planning and then also work on an outline for my novel. Probably I'd like to do some planning in terms of goals and like maybe goals for the rest of rather for maybe starting on goals for the next quarter, because quarter 2's coming. I just realized. So, and then also maybe I'll do some maybe I'll do a little research on digital marketing. BC Brown. I know I didn't take as many notes as I really wanted to yesterday. During whose stream was that? Karen's. Oh, that was Lisa's. Yeah, right. So yeah, I figured maybe I'll do some planning, and yeah, it was Lisa's stream. Oh my goodness, excuse me. Pardon me. Excuse me. Oh. Let's see how far this is going. Oh, extend. Yeah, handmade sanitizer. Okay. So yeah, maybe I'll excuse me. Maybe I'll do those things. Well, this might be all we have for today. But as you were saying earlier, BC Brown, when we were messaging, that maybe having a second person on our streams might help with I guess viewers and all that. have to make sure that once I start the timer, I'll make sure I mute myself so you don't hear me sniffling during the sprint. So let me find a timer. Let's see. I found a spaceship one. Yeah, that sounds good. Sounds good. We go ahead and so 15 minutes. How does that sound? Getting that set up here. Okay. There we go. Okay. And when I saw the spaceship, that made me think of my son because he loves outer space. So, okay, are you ready? Lucy and Stephanie. I guess you're still here, Stephanie. Oh, excuse me. Okay, here we go. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Blast off. Okay. There we go. All right. How did how did everybody do? I hope that went pretty smoothly. I hope you were ready when when I when I started the time BC Brown. How did how did everybody do? Hello, Alex. Thanks for coming in into my stream. And what a cool name for your channel, by the way. I like that. Yeah, I keep wanting to look up um, agents or and or uh, publishers because I think I'd like to get my book traditionally published if possible. Thanks for coming, Alice. Phone sprinting. I like that, Stephanie. I might just leave my planner here on the shelf for the laptop, and then just leave my laptop up here on the main part of my desk. Since I guess I won't be actually writing. Well, I might be. We'll see. I think I just wanted to do some planning today, I guess. Planning and yeah, I hate making a bunch of phone calls. So in a way, it's I almost prefer writing. I mean, running errands. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I had a bunch of errands to run earlier. I don't know which is worse, running a bunch of errands or making a bunch of phone calls. And for me, uh, phone calls usually mean either calling banks or insurance companies or the kids' school. Yeah, is that worse, Alice? Here a little bit here. Yeah. Yeah, for me, I guess they're both about the same. Really, if I think about it. That's funny. At least you're doing something physical, like driving. With making phone calls, you're mostly just sitting down all day, which I it's hard for me to do. It's hard for me to sit in one place for too long. It's actually not very good for my back. It's also not very good for my legs, but that's a whole story. That's a long story and a half. But yeah, I do too. But you see, Rob, yeah, I think I feel more productive when I run errands. Hey, maybe I'll put some stickers in my planner. I have some stickers. Does anybody do that? Yeah, it's hard for me to sit too. I know what you mean, Stephanie. I have to be in a certain mood. My mother's the same way. Yeah, I have to stand up and move around, Alice. Boy, I have to do that. Oh, you know, excuse my nose. But I have found some out at Walmart of all places. Um, this one I kind of like, although it's kind of faint. But I found some planner stickers. Um, is that from that set? And these are from that set. Okay, so it's two each, and they're like about $1. About $1. There's two of each of those in that set. Yeah. And then where's the rest of these? But I like these a lot. And my son kind of stole some one day because they were in gold foil on this side, and there were all kinds of stars, and he loves stars. Uh, yeah, like this. This is the second one. Oop, there we go. Yeah. There were two more to that set, but I don't see them right now. And this was a whole set too. A different one that I found there as well, Walmart. Again, they were about $1, I guess. Yeah. But these are this last one that some of them are look like watercolor. So I like that because I sometimes do watercolor painting. So they're very cute. But there was more to this that I didn't see. But I might use some stickers sometime today because I've got like I've excuse me I've like excuse my nose. um, a sloppy organization, yeah, yeah. I guess I can relate to that. Uh, I'm starting to sort of color code, which I've done in the past. I because I'm a very visual person, and so I was looking at what's her name, Sarah Cannon, Heart Breathings. She had done a goal setting video that wow, yeah. No, I used to do that. Alice, Alice's busy bag. Um, I used to do that, but I've come to appreciate keeping my to dos because it's a record of what I've done, And so, if need be, I can reference it in the future, say for like working with you know banks or whatever insurance companies. No, I called you on this date. It's right here. My list is right here. Yeah, yeah. But um, yeah, I have to make things stand out because I'll just read through it and not really slow down enough to make things stick in my mind. Uh, so, but I do like the planner I'm using. It's a Punch Studio planner. Actually, I like how it looks because it's not very. I know what you mean. I used to love those when I was a kid. My sister was a teacher, and she had one of those pens with a whole bunch of colors, and I used to love playing with it. And I've always been a pen nut, and I know all the things. I've always loved notebooks and pens and pencils and things. But anyway, I don't think I said what I did, which is I filled in things that are going on next week, as well as I started setting up my um, uh, uh, notes for setting goals for next. Yeah, that's so true, BC. Um, I started setting up my goal setting notes. Um, and I filled in some days for next week and saw that I actually have a meeting at school next Wednesday, which I almost forgot about. It's at my son's school. So lots of things going on next week. I might have to miss Lisa Daly's live next Wednesday. We'll have to see. Yeah, I think every writer was at least a stationary lover before they became a writer, or after, or somewhere in the process. uh, but it's interesting because my birthday falls around the beginning of the school year, and so I always love the beginning of the school year because of the new stuff, the new pens and pencils and crayons and notebooks and everything, because it was around the same time. So I guess I just love that time of year and stuff, and I like new stationery and things, and, you know, all of that. So, my birthday's in early September. It almost became an issue when I was a kid. Like, when should I start school? When should I start first grade? I vaguely remember that. Because at that time, your birthday had to fall before September, whatever it was, and I just barely qualified to start first grade. And then I have to sneeze. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. I don't know if there'll be a third sneeze. I don't always do that, but sometimes. Oh, excuse me. Oh, goodness. Thank you. But that's nice, PC Brown. Thank you. I don't know. Yeah, I've got a little bit of a cold, Alice. Um, so I didn't sound like this yesterday, but I had no energy. I was telling somebody earlier, I actually told my husband that I felt like I had -10 instead of zero, saying zero. I have zero energy. It's -10. That was me yesterday, and now I'm like this. Great. So it was kind of a last minute. All of a sudden, my sinuses are going nuts. The hot shower I had this morning, early this morning, felt pretty good. Sometimes when I'm talking to some writing friends, it all comes like we'll have conversations about books and things, but a lot of times we do end up talking about stationery. And I do follow some author tubers who also do planner videos, um, like let's see, I don't watch a whole lot of Sylvia from Sylvia's Write Your Life. Um, I don't watch much of hers, but I watch Burgess Taylor. Um, she's one of the first people I actually started following here on YouTube because I was curious about art in notebooks and how that works. I was also researching some other things at the time. So she was actually one of the first people that I met on who was an author tuber. And who else? Um, who else do I follow? Well, I follow. Um, she's not an author tuber, but I follow Badass Valkyrie, uh, and she is so nice, and so she spends a lot on stationery, but I know she has a good job. But anyway, she does the traveler's notebooks and that sort of thing. So, um, but um, but um, but I think though that I don't have that kind of money to spend on fancy notebooks, but I have a couple of things that I do like. Um, but uh, but start when I started following Heart Breathings and Sarah Cannon, um, and starting to think more about productivity and being productive and finishing my book this year. Um, um, you know, just watching her, she's insanely productive. She, I, I don't know if I could be close to what how much she does in a day, how much she does in a year. Plus, she's a mom of two. But uh, I know that she has support in place for that. Because, so I've been thinking a lot lately about productivity and trying to work on that and be as productive as I can in the time frame that I have to do work. So I've been thinking a lot about that. Pretty productive. Sorry. That could be my husband. One second. I'm sorry. Nope. Well, let's see. We're coming up on an hour already. Maybe we should do another sprint. What does everybody think? Does anybody want to do another sprint? Seems like we're doing productivity sprints today. Whoops. I'll wait. I'll wait. I want to make sure everybody's ready because I think I was a little antsy about getting that started the first time. That's so nice. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you, Alice. You're on hold. Oh, okay. I am seeing split. Okay, bye. Thank you for coming. Okay. Okay. Let's get this set back up again. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Last off. Okay. Okay. Huh. How did everybody do? I keep forgetting to put a little something in my comment about, let's print or whatever. I need to start using, maybe using banners too. I've only just started playing with them recently. Oh, how about this? Oh, and let me take off that, remove that from the stream. There we go. Yeah, it's kind of usually my little tagline. I have it on pretty much all of my social media, but I'm thinking of breaking things down. And I'm considering BC Brown. I'm considering um, uh, one of the things I would like to decide on is having a separate Instagram and everything matching, because for right now I just have one Instagram, and I would like to talk to you about that actually. But this is kind of my general spiel or whatever tagline, I guess. It's on a lot of my social media, at least for now. It's on my personal profile, my personal Facebook profile, and let me get out of that. Let me see comments. I've been poking around Canva. I just haven't decided on anything because I was trying to look for something writing related. I was trying to find an Times New Roman font, or maybe I can change those. But I kind of like that because I absolutely love taking pictures of my son because he's just a natural model. He's very handsome. If you go to my Instagram, you'll see, and it's all over my personal profile. I'm always taking pictures of him. But it's kind of a tagline, but okay, really, okay. I just haven't played with it all that much yet. I've mostly just been poking around. I started a couple of things. I have a couple of things, but uh, just kind of playing so far. Nothing decided. Maybe I got a little overwhelmed because there's a lot there. There's quite a bit there. But on my yeah, I've noticed that it's really easy for because I also actually have two YouTube channels. One as being an autism family and autism mom, and and then this one specifically just for my writing stuff. So that's why on YouTube, it's the autism is front and center on my personal / profile page, but um, I don't highlight it very much on my professional channel. I kind of try to keep it professional, but yeah, I think I'm gonna show that comment. So I'm sure it's very similar. as far as um, just like YouTube, where it's easy to switch accounts and stuff. So I just haven't gotten around to that yet. So, um, but I think I'm going to be doing that pretty soon here, actually. Probably. Maybe that's one thing I need to do this month. Doing keeping things, personal things, and writing related and editing things separate. But I know that a lot of people like to see pictures of kids and animals, but you can do that sometimes. But I think I think I will be doing that. Um, but anyway, so I'll have to really poke around Canva. Here we go back to this. That's a lot of prep work, and I completely agree with that. I kind of have to do that too, in terms of kind of rehearsing and stuff. So right, I remember you saying that. So one thing I was thinking of is I have I have a vintage typewriter, and and let me see, did I get that before I got my my business cards? I don't remember. It was somewhere around the same time, but I bought my business cards through Vistaprint, um, and um, um, and I really like them. I fell in love with it, and I think it suits me pretty well because I like that it has a vintage typewriter on it, and then it's got swooshes of, I guess, ink, and it's got kind of like a parchment look about it. So I felt that, and here's the opposite side. If I can get it on there, okay. Which I completely fell in love with, um, and I felt that. I think I'll show it while I'm reading it. Excuse me. That makes a lot of sense. Um, but I kind I I know that Vistaprint has matching stuff, all things that match. Um, so I was trying to find something in that same vein on Canva. Um, and I know you can do business cards there. You can basically make your own business cards, which I kind of like. Um, um, but you know, I don't know about if that would be how much, if the costs are similar um, if the costs are similar or what to have the business cards done. But Caro did say, I guess yesterday, that during Lisa Daly's sprint that it really didn't cost all that much. So maybe it's something to look into. Excuse me. Sneezed again. Oh my goodness. Excuse me. So sorry I'm sick, you guys. Excuse me. Okay. Would you say it's comparable to Vistaprint? Because when I ordered mine, I was kind of, waiting on a sale day. So essentially, but I got a little bit of extra thing, extra money tacked on. I think it was free shipping that day, but they are two-sided, so it was like $5 more. So it was like ended up with everything. It was about $20 for the smallest amount. What would that be? 500, and I still have about half of them left. Yeah, I have a few added bells and whistles. Well, if I have, I think 200, because this is a little bit less than 100, I guess, left, and they're about half gone. So I guess I got 200. So if it's comparable, then excuse me, and I can make it exactly what I want, that would be a good thing. But it was pretty easy to do it myself, because I kind of just put it in myself, put all the information in, and it was actually the first time I'd ever um, bought um, business cards through them. I'd gotten some years and years before that, but that was a long time ago. They lasted a long time. But anyway, I mean, I kind of fell in love with them, but because to me it was sort of the feel I was going for, and it looked professional, and yet it looked like um, for somebody that was specializing in editing for fiction, especially speculative fiction, it seemed to make a lot of sense to me at the time. This was a year and a half ago. So I got them in September of 2018. Excuse me. And it came just in time for my con the first year I started being a panelist at a con, a local con. But I also thought about having, you know, instead of going that route, going a different. I guess I could go a different route. Um, maybe having something to do with nature, and that would kind of work with fantasy, I think. Because that's my, I'm also writing a fantasy, um, a young adult fantasy. What the nature? What's that? Uh, yeah, I mean, these kind of they do fit in with writing and editing because it's a typewriter. Um, and the fact that it's a vintage typewriter, you know, that that fits in better. Yeah, I know, I know. It's just that I was just playing with an idea there for a second, because fantasy usually has most of that takes place outdoors, and uh, the title, the working title of my book, let's say tree is in the title, but I'll probably have something made up specifically for that when I get it published. And who knows? I mean, who knows? I might actually be able to um, have it traditionally published. I would prefer that if I can. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Because even if it is, um, even if my book is published by a publisher, um, I could always make my own book, I suppose. Um, yeah, for my services. That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. I'm going to highlight that because, um, right. So, having one, one, um, one business card um, for everything kind of makes sense. Yeah, that makes a ton of sense. See, yeah, it's good to talk to somebody who knows about this because I don't really know much about this. Yeah. I mean, my husband does a little bit because he has an MBA, but it's been a while since he took any of those classes or whatever. But things have changed since he did. But he did take courses along these lines a while back. Pardon me. Yeah. Yeah, I completely agree. Yeah, yeah. That sounds great. That sounds great. Sounds great, BC. BC Brown. What is your name? I've been meaning to ask you. Obviously, Brown is your last name, but I was just curious. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it, actually. Looking forward to that. And it's all written here in my planner. Okay. Oh, well, that's a cool name. That's a neat name. But I have two brothers, and they have names that could be uh, uh, you know uh, made cuter by adding a Y on the end. Thomas can be Tommy, Gordon could be Gordy, but I didn't have that kind of name. Heather, you can't do that with. So it's just Heather. It would have been good too, Willie, or something. Oops, or something like that. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, well, if your grandpa's online, that's it's good to keep it separate. That's cool. um, I think I have to look at when my stream is over. Is it 1? I think it's 1 o'clock. I guess it's 1 o'clock. We have talked quite a bit. We did have 2 sprints. I guess I'm over at 1 o'clock. I was kind of thinking it was 2, but I think it's 11. Excuse me. I think usually the um, uh, the 11 o'clock sprints are from 11 to 1, 2 hour blocks. So the Mondays are a little bit different. Excuse me. That's what, because apparently Dana Gollin's writings. Okay, okay. Thank you for checking. I was like, can find it very quickly. Dana Gollins is from 10 to 2 on Mondays, and then the next one is from. I have it written down as 2:30. I've always had it written down as 2:30 to 5. That's kind of an odd. Anyway, we'll figure it out. I hope you get that all straight with tarot. And I guess I'm going to have to wrap this up soon. So anyway, thank you for verifying that for me. So at least I got I was a little bit productive during these last 2 hours. I can't believe it's already been 2 hours. Well, thanks for coming, BC or Billy, and the other people that showed up. What was that one's name? That was interesting. Alice's busy back. Actually, that sounds vaguely familiar. It's definitely Lucas. Thank you very much for coming and listening to me sneeze and blow my nose. Oh, goodness. Oh, it's until 2. Oh my gosh, I should have done that. Okay. So I was thinking it was 2. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, we can keep going then. It's 2. So that's 3 hours. It's fine. Then in that case, do you want to do at least one more sprint? Okay, sounds good. Alrighty. Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. Let me get this back on. Okay, let's sprint. I'll have to do the 3, 2, 1 because it's too far long. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Let's stop. Okay. I decided to pull my hair up. Some people say I look completely different with my hair up. But it was getting on my nerves. How did you do? How did everybody do? BC? Put this up. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, I even when I'm editing, a lot of times I will read out loud, and when I'm writing as well, I'm going through what I wrote. I've done that for a long time, just reading it out loud. That has helped me a lot to find things. If I stumble on something when I'm reading it out loud, that's I think that's a good sign that bit has to come out. So I've done that a lot myself. I I personally I started. I worked a little bit rather. I worked a little bit more on my goals, but as you can see, I had a phone call. I had a phone call from my husband, so I thought that might happen. So that's usually about the time that he calls. So, calls from work. So, so again just kind of started working on my notes for creating goals for next quarter. Oh, excuse me. That time it was 3. Thank you. Well, let me see. You know, that would be. I would really like to watch that for next Wednesday. Oh, what time? What time? Oh well, it just you have them posted. Do you post your videos in the morning or later? when do you post your videos? But that sounds like a great video. Oh, okay. Okay. Are you one of those Arizona folks too, BC? I don't remember. My younger brother lives in Colorado, so he's definitely mountain time. Okay, okay. As soon as I started thinking about that, I thought, well, maybe I remember having this conversation with several people, like, I don't know, whatever this was last week or earlier this week, about so many uh, of us living in, so many other tubers living in Arizona. And then Lisa Daly and I live in Florida. Actually, she's only like two counties away from me. So, but it's interesting seeing the different communities that I'm a part of, because uh, I'm pretty used to my Florida writer friends that I've met locally. I've been involved with writing groups for quite some time now. About more than 20 years, uh, and I've made a lot of uh, friends locally. So that's pretty cool. So now it's nice that I'm meeting people that live in different areas, different states and things. Yes, definitely. Thank you, Lucy. And I was just telling, I guess it was on one of my lives, like last week, I was just saying that seems like copy editing, proofreading is my jam. I guess I have always known that I was good at that. I just didn't know what to do with that until I didn't know I could make a career out of that early on, or I would have got started much earlier than I did. That was probably nothing. It was probably a scam call. Oh, that's funny. I'm just gonna highlight that because I think that's funny. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I know. I'll put this one up too. That's cute. Thank you. That was cute, Stephanie. Yeah, that was pretty funny. Uh, yeah, and I'll, I I'm planning on co-hosting, so I have to be there. Looks like everything's aligning for that. Okay, so I shouldn't have any trouble um with doing that on Monday. Okay, you see, I shouldn't have any problem. Oh, no trouble at all. So, like I said, looks like everything's aligning, so I shouldn't have any trouble doing that. Looking forward to it. Yeah, no notes. I have to write everything down and notifications. Yes, for sure, NBC. I have to write everything down or I forget. Like the meeting at school I found in my planner. Like, I have to remember about that. Well, I think when I'm done with my live, I'll have to get some rest in. So I hope I'm done being sick by then, and I won't sound like this. I sure didn't sound like this yesterday. Oh my goodness, you're funny. That's too cute. Excuse me. We're always getting scam calls. It's really annoying. Ugh, sorry. I have to. Oh my God, I stopped getting a sip because that's too funny. I would have done a spit take if I had taken that sip. Oh, that's so funny. My mother made me hot toddies when I was a kid. I remember at least once making a proper hot toddy when I heard doing that when I was a kid. It sure knocked me out. It knocked me out. So I remember it just feeling very strange going down. But but you know, but to this day, I still make the not alcoholic version. Oh boy, but definitely I'm gonna drink some tea later. I just thought maybe having some super hot coffee might help a little bit, some steam going. Do you like tea? Oh, wait a minute. Were you the one that said you had a vintage tea kettle or a vintage teapot? I don't have vintage teapots, but I do have two teapots. And I do have a whistling tea kettle. So I think I'll have to put the kettle on myself in a little bit. So I love my whistling tea kettle. It's not new or anything, but I think I found it at a Goodwill. But it's Paul Revere, and it's not exactly perfect looking, but it works well. So that's okay. Sounds like your grandmother was a really interesting person, BC. Oh, I must have been thinking of somebody else. Okay, interesting. You know, I was somewhere. I don't remember where this was. Oh, it was at one of those little little free libraries. I had found some comic books, and I was like, well, maybe I'll take them to my con and donate them because some of them were vintage. I mean, they were all vintage, but they were. um, Let me think. One was Superman. One was Fantastic Four, and there were some other ones. There were like a good six or seven of them. And was it when? It might have been when Superman died from the '80s, late '80s or something. And I thought, well, maybe I'll donate them to my college because they do fundraisers. They do fundraisers for their usual. Uh, they do a lot of fundraising for one nonprofit that they do that for at their con, and so I just think that's so awesome, and uh, and so they'll like have a sale of things like um, comic books and books and uh, uh, costuming stuff, all kinds of things. And I think that's awesome. And so I was thinking of donating these comic books to that, like a yard sale, they call it. But I could go and grab them and show you if you want. Real quick before we do at least one other sprint. Excuse me, my back's hurting a little bit. I don't think that's weird stuff. Oh, okay. Here, 1 second. I'll be right back. Because I know where they are. Hold on. Well, looks like the Fantastic Four one, the cover just came off. But that might have been off. That might have been already off. But here's the Fantastic Four one. Let's see if I can take that off. I guess there was a female the Invisible Woman. Interesting. Yeah, there's a lot of them around here in this county. And then this is an Avengers. Let me see what these. Okay, that Fantastic Four was from 1995. And this is. I never really read these so much, but my brothers did. I don't see a date of this Avengers one, but looks like this might be pretty recent. I don't really see it. I don't see a date. And oh, okay. This is from an animated series. This is looks like the 90s or something. A Spawn. Another X-Men. That looks pretty old. Cover's coming off. But it says Legion Quest 4. Ad for Mortal Kombat 2 on the back. There's a Fantastic Four. Wow. It's pretty old. Marvel Comics. But, I did read. Oh, here we go. Oh, that's what I was thinking. There's one from Batman, the first movie from I think 88. Okay. Okay, Stephanie. Thank you very much, Stephanie. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take a nap myself. No problem. Thank you very much. Bye bye. But it's from the first Batman movie. You know, that's interesting. There's the back. A DC movie special, right? Oh, 1989 it came out. Okay. That makes more sense. Okay. Um, I at least say that because I graduated high school in 1988. Oh boy. Yes, over 30 years ago. And there's Batman and Robin too, right? Too. Well, Batman and Robin. Okay, the one, this one. With George Clooney, Chris O'Donnell. There's the back. This is becoming a show and tell or something. I knew there was a Superman. Man of Steel fights for his life. What is this? There's some kind of, like, something stuck to the front. Like, I don't know what that is. I don't really want to take it off. I guess it's to protect something. 50s and 60s? Oh, that's interesting. Oh, really? Okay. And then that's right. There's a couple of Star Wars ones from the 90s, from the prequels. Two of them. That might be a good present for my older brother. I think he sometimes still reads comics. That one and then this one. So really, well, yeah, I was right. That one Superman with the thing on the cover. I don't really want to peel it off. It does say "Back from the Dead." The Man of Steel fights for his life. It says 1993. Interesting. They are interesting. But you like the X-Men comics? I was wanting to do some sort of giveaway. I don't haven't. I need to figure that out. I was planning on doing a giveaway for when I got to 50 subscribers, which I'm getting close. I think I'm at 47. I need to verify that. I have not checked recently, but um, I think I'm still at 47 actually. Um, unless I need to verify that. It's either 47 or 48. But I was kind of thinking that I getting a few more subscribers, like pretty recently, and especially since I've done live sprints, BC Brown. Oh my God, I have 50 now. I'm yeah, I'm sure they would appreciate that. Thank you for checking for me. Oh my gosh, I have 50 subscribers. So I might have to do something. Hmm. Or should I wait till 100? No, that's doubling it though. Uh, that came up a little faster than I realized. But I've had some subscribers lately, especially in the last 2 weeks. So I guess that's something. So maybe I need to do some more things. Yeah, yeah. Um, I was debating on maybe a book that I don't really need. I have so many reference books, it's crazy. Um, I have so many writing related books, um, and I have a lot of um, writing magazines. So I was thinking maybe a giveaway or um, maybe like, I don't know. I was also debating whether or not um, to do like a number of pages of proofreading, but like a gift certificate of sorts. I had debated on that, but like I hadn't written. There was nothing written in stone yet. Um, and since I don't have enough subscribers, I guess I'd have to do it on the author tubers page, probably, because I don't have the community tab yet. Yeah, right. Like say 25 pages of or something. Since I have been thinking about um, doing not free samples, but almost not an evaluation either. Um, but I may have to think on this and then maybe do it. Uh, do you think I should like just do it on my next live, which would not be until next Thursday? But yeah, um, I'm still putting that together. Unfortunately, I'm still putting that sort of thing together as well. Um, yeah, I don't quite have a newsletter yet. Right, right. That makes a ton of sense. Okay. So why don't I go ahead and say that then? I will be giving something away next Thursday on my own apparently on my own live stream. Um, next Thursday because I apparently today or last night hit 50 subscribers. So I will give something away. Yeah, I believe it. I believe it, BC. Um, yes, I'll mention it now, and then if you don't mind me mentioning it on yours, Brent, and I'm sure Dana would let me mention it as well on hers. Um, So I will give something away. I'll figure it out. Um, Maybe possibly 25 pages worth of proofreading. Hello. Oh, Natalie. Yeah, yeah, I've just been really, really busy. We highlight that because that'll get that in my brain. Uh, um, yeah, that's something that I have been wanting to do for a while. I just have not had a chance to do that. Oh, thank you. I think that the more I think about it, thank you very much. Um, right. I think I might do that. 25 pages of proofreading. I think that makes a lot of sense, as I don't have anything else as far as on my website or anything. So, um, yeah, I think I might do that. I might just do that, and people can, the winner can see, how I work and stuff. So, it might be a good thing. So, thank you for reminding me. I think I might have settled on that. Might have settled on that. So, so, so anyway, hopefully, I'll have a chance to recover from whatever bug I've got, and I'll be healthy next week for this. So, uh, and so, yeah. And anyway, with that's sort of a giveaway, BC. There's no shipping involved. I don't have to pay for shipping or anything. So that might work. Wow, it is getting kind of close to 2 o'clock. So, but I'm glad we've talked about a lot of these things. It was something that I needed to talk to somebody about. Apparently, and I've been something I've been kind of working on off and on, but I know that they were things I need to do, and marketing and all of that. Yeah, I don't have to spend money on shipping things. Although I don't have a huge problem with it, but money. Everything costs money. So, I guess we got. That's really cool. Very cool. Very cool. Well, I guess I could start doing my outro, considering it's getting close to 2 o'clock. So let's see. I could say my name is Heather Dewey Pettit. I am a writer, editor, sometime artist, uh, and I primarily work with indie clients, um, and I hope to. Well, number one, I specialize in proofreading and copy editing. And again, please excuse my cold. Uh, but uh, but anyway, and so yeah. um, thank you for watching, and thank you BC for coming to this stream. And for anybody else who showed up, there's others, including Natalie. Thank you for coming. Natalie M.L. I think you pronounce it Romer. I'm going to butcher that, I'm sure. It might be Robert. Again, excuse my cold. And a couple others showed up earlier. And I guess that's it. So again, I will be co-hosting on BC's live Monday, as well as David G's live Monday morning. Um, well, I do specialize in speculative fiction, but I copy edit pretty much anything really. I have done mystery. I have done nonfiction, uh, and let's see, I have done speculative fiction as well. Oh, thank you. No problem. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's a good thing. No problem. And I hope I will sound a lot better next week. I hope that answers your question, Natalie. So, but I specialize in copy editing and proofreading, uh, and let's see, as opposed to say content editing or, uh, you know, um, a variety of genres. I'm willing. There are a wide variety of genres that I'm willing to do. So okay, sounds good, BC. I'll see you Monday. And all right, well, bye. Thank you for coming again. Oh, thank you very much, Natalie. Thank you. All right, well, have a great day. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.